Hello everyone, T-Man978, bringing you an evolution of Wincharger. I just got the new Combiner Wars Legends Class Wincharger here, and I decided why not just review all the Winchargers since there's only 4 of them, and I have all 4 of them. So instead of just splitting this off into 4 different reviews, let's do all of them at once. Even this guy who I already reviewed. G1 Wincharger. I already reviewed him, like I said, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on him. He's the first Wincharger ever. He's a nice little Pontiac type car. I don't know if he's a Thunderbird or Grand Am or something like that. Basically, all you want to do, flip these wheels down, slide the shoulders out, and bam, he's transformed. He has this articulation. Like I said before, these are really looking at the molding. His hips start up here, so these are his knees, and this is just like at his angle, so that's weird. But you could pretend that's a knee and bend it right there, giving him an extra point of articulation. And the shoulders are wibbly wobbly right here. He basically has no face. Well, no humanoid face. That's a black visor with a mouth plate. His slight molding in the hands to show like finger details. Come on. But yeah, that's about it for him. He's a little cute chibi robo, or chibi robot. Next, Alternators Windcharger, which is a little bit of an oddity. In robot mode, you'll see that he's really supposed to be a Transformers Overdrive and not really Wincharger at all. Why they changed him in America, I have no idea. But he's Wincharger, just like it says on this license plate back here. Wincharger. And this toy is old, so that Honda logo is faded. He's a Honda S2000. It's very, very detailed. I love the headlights on this car. It looks just like it's looking right at you, and that's the mouth. I think this is one of the cars, what's his name? The red car on the movie Cars is based on. Lightning McQueen, yeah. Here's the grill, reflective mirrors, these lights back here which are painted behind transparent. It's so much detail, and these things used to only be $20 10 years ago. Cybertronian radials, the door is open, his detailed interior. Let me open that. You can see like the gear shift and whatnot. And over here he has a steering wheel that rolls. It's flat on the bottom. I don't know if the real cars like that. You can see the seats are painted. The trunk opens. If you look real far now, you can see robot kibble and his face is in there, which is too dark. And the hood opens, which is very difficult. Hood opens, you can see his engine, and it has the steering gimmick right here due to a pin that connects when he transforms. His gun, well, let me not get into the gun yet. He's optional because he's a convertible. You can pop this top off and grab this little thing right here and act like you folded the top up and peg that in there. So now he's fully converted, and the seats are adjustable forward anyway. Transformation. Let's get this hood open again, which is difficult. Like I said, he has one of the most fun gun engine transformation. As he pulls in through here, and In America, he doesn't come with this little part right here that looks like a little pipe or something under the car. But I bought it from somebody who molded it for me. That folds up, and then you can push this or grab right here, pull the engine out. Let's put that to the side. The doors, you can go ahead, bring them up, bring them down, pull them out, and down, bring that up, separate this leg. He unfortunately is like an evolution of the Viper mold, which had a ton of problems if you see my side swipe review. So you can go ahead, before you bring it up, move the wheel all the way out, then bring this fender up. Fold the feet out, bring out the heel spur, collapse that, bring the foot forward. Same stuff over here. Come on. Yep, now stretch these legs down. Go ahead and rotate this hood and windshield 180. It pulls out and then rotates. The wheels, well, not the wheels, the seats. Bring them down, rotate, well actually collapse these side fender pieces in on both sides. Rotate. This little part I added, you don't have to take that off. Go ahead and open the trunk, split the back bumper apart, bring that down, rotate it this way, rotate it like that on this side, slide the bumper down, to bring these hands down and rotate around. Do the same over here. You can rotate the fist. Now take this whole section and bring it down, collapse that like so, and bring the head down. I'm gonna pause while I adjust the camera. And now you have Alternators Windcharger in robot mode, who looks very cool as long as you're just standing him there. Once you try to pose his legs, it gets really frustrating and annoying. But looking at this face, you can see that he's definitely Omnibot Overdrive. The only thing he has in common with Wincharger is he has a little visor. Well, G1 Wincharger anyway. He has a little visor eye, and he's red and black and silver or gray. Anywho, he has a ton of car kibble everywhere, like this whole chunk of this car right here is for his shoulders, which can move up and down, but I like them lifted up right there. And they can rotate, but bump into the robot parts as you're posing it. There's this whole hood on his back, which just sits flat, so that's not a problem, but then he has the windshield on his butt with the steering wheel right there. The legs, he has the same problem as Sideswipe. I mean, his legs can kick forward way more than Sideswipe, but the knees bend at an awkward angle right there. I mean, you can get him into some poses, and he still has a waist, so he's not horrible. He's better than Sideswipe, but it still looks awkward a little bit when you're trying to pose him. Like, it almost looks like he's not even posed. His leg is bent forward, but you can't even tell almost, which is annoying. This roof right here can connect to his arm and become a shield. And since his fingers can open, And he has an independent trigger finger. You can take the gun, peg it into his palm, and now he has a long rifle. In the US, or the normal release, if you just get the gun as it came packaged, it didn't have a barrel, so you would just have these little prongs right there being the barrel if you want it. Or I think on the packaging it was listed as being like some sort of shield, and he had to hold it the other way. But he has a ton of robot details on his chest, which looks nice. That big Autobot logo. And yeah, let's stand him next to his original self, if I can even call him Wincharger. Like I said, he's really overdrive, but he's called Wincharger in America, so there you go. Next, reveal the Shield Scout Class Wincharger. This toy right here put everybody in a panic because Hasbro or stores like Walmart, Target, whoever did it, they canceled the sale of the Scout Class and Voyager Class Reveal the Shield figures. So we thought we were not going to get him, and he's one of the main characters or toys that people wanted out of that line, being an update to one of the original G1 characters. Luckily, they released him in Five Below, where I found many of them, and I bought a few from some friends, and I had an extra one, but I wound up selling it. But anywho, you see he comes with a rub sign. And during the Alternators line, Wincharger was going to be a muscle car. He's going to be a Shelby Cobra. But for whatever reason, they decided to make him the S2000. And they gave his head mold to another robot. But just like Bumblebee, they took their ideas from the Alternators line and put it into the next updated, like, classic type of figure. He's like a hybrid car. He incorporates some cues from the original toys, but you could tell he's a totally different car in a grill right there. Transformation. He has a few issues, like some of his panels rub, which I don't really like, but basically where to start. You're going to bring the arms out like that, and you go ahead, bring the legs down, very similar to the original toy. Bring the feet up, smash these panels right here in. He's basically transformed up here, but you could bring this hood down over the chest and rotate the waist up to meet that peg, and swing the arms around, bring the hands down, and boom. Wincharger in robot mode. He's very, very nice. I painted that with Sharpie, so no, the original toy doesn't come like that. Well, he doesn't originally come with that silver paint right there. But he's really good. The head mold looks a lot like the show. A ton like the show. It was really, really nice. He has painted blue eyes in there. His hands can rotate this way and become weapons. Now I know he had a magnetizing power, so maybe there's some magnet gun, but they can be whatever you want. And he has a clip post for those clip-on weapons they had out during that year, 2010. Posability, his head is on a ball joint, shoulders on a ball joint. They can go out that much. Rotate 360, elbow on the ball joint. He has a 90-degree bend. The wrists can go in and out. His nicely detailed fingers. Sometimes they're hard to see because they're all red and match every other part of his body. Hips on the ball joint. kick up that much, go back, bump out of kibble. Knees bend that much. And his ankle is on a ball joint. So he has some ankle pivot and they can go back and forward a little bit. So he's one of my favorite figures. Next, lastly and somewhat least, Combiner Wars Generations Wincharger Legends class. You can see he's an updated version, just like Reveal the Shield, of this guy. Same coloration. It's a little bit lighter. This is a more just regular generic red. He's kind of, I don't know. He has that swirly plastic paint, but it's not really paint. You can see the swirls in his body that not a lot of people like. But he's like a muscle car too. He's more of, his design matches this one a lot more than Reveal the Shield. One thing that sucks about this mold are the panels. I mean, it's hard to get him transformed into back into car mode, because all of these panels just bang up against each other. Sorry for not announcing everything step by step, but he's very simple and you guys should be able to figure this out from watching what I'm doing. This transformation is very similar to the Reveal the Shield guy. And this is one of the things that frustrate me. Look at that rubs as you try to turn it. Ugh. And this lifts up, sort of just like the Reveal the Shield version. And here you have Combiner Wars Windcharger in robot mode. Now, I started not to get him because I have this guy already, but I like Wincharger. Maybe I'll just leave him at work. But these two in robot mode have the most similarities. Like their face sculpts are almost identical. But of course he has a full-on head. Whereas this Wincharger, the head gets flat back there. But he still has some neck rotation that stops there and stops here. The chest is more reminiscent of the cartoon and more reminiscent of this chest right here. But my main problem with this mold are the panels. I mean, it's hard to lift the arm up without banging into the back right there or pushing that out of whack. I mean, if you want that to be flush, you gotta move the panels around that, then put the hands out. And he doesn't come with any weapons at all. Like this guy has the guns that comes out, which is really fun. But I really think he should have come with some type of weapon. And then the legs, you can see they tried to make it similar, but these legs are more based on Tailgate's legs in the comics, because he has these dangly, skinny little replacement legs that they gave him in the comic. These pipe things right there don't bother me too much, but look at all this. Everything just bangs. I know I'm repeating myself, but I wanted to get that point home. He does have some good posability if you want to fiddle around with it. He has this hinge right here. There's a ball joint in his shoulder. The shoulders can go in that much, covering his face. Ball joint can bend there, can bend this much before bumping, bend in before bumping, can go down. Hips on the ball joint, go out that much. Kick forward this much, which is a lot, and bend in that much. And a toe, can go up like that and back like this. So if you try, you can get him into some nice poses, but I don't think certain Transformers look good without a weapon. Then he has car chunks all in the back of his arm right there because his hands are molded on the inside right there. But anywho, let me get all of these guys together. I have a special nostalgic soft spot for Wincharger because this toy right here was one of my first Transformers, he and Starscream. So that brings my love for Wincharger. But at the end of the day, with all these figures, this guy, Reveal the Shield, is my favorite Wincharger of all time. So far. I don't know if they're ever going to make a new one. I see they're making a new third-party guy, which looks nice in my opinion. But if you wanted to get any Wincharger to fit your Wincharger needs, I would say that guy. His chest isn't accurate, but he is the most fun to play with out of all 4 of these figures. Anyway, if you love this review, please hit the like button, comment, don't hesitate to share, and subscribe. T-Man978, out of here.